Should sex work be regarded, respected the same as any other job? Why or why not? Don't know about, respected. Can't force people to respect it more. It should be made safer. That's enough. Regarded by the law as legal and protected by labor laws is one thing. Respect by every member of society as another. On one hand, I believe that consenting adults should be allowed to do and charge each other for whatever they want to do behind closed doors, so long as all participants agree to the terms of the transaction. I think it should be legal and possible to do. On the other hand, this is an area that is filled to the brim with abuse. Human trafficking, sex slavery, pedophilia, revenge porn, blackmail, rape, assault, etc. You could have what you think is a consensual interaction with a sex worker, but have it be related to all sorts of crimes and problems that you don't know about. We as a society haven't been doing very well dealing with any of these issues. How often do you hear a story about sex trafficking and think to yourself, I'm glad that things worked out so well, and everything was handled correctly, and law enforcement was so proactive about it? I know I don't think that very much. And this is not be ragging on police. By the way, it's just a complicated set of problems and we aren't well equipped right now as a society for dealing with it. I would love to see all sorts of sex work be legalized, legitimized and respected. Unfortunately, I think that we have to lay a lot of groundwork and create a lot of safeguards first, before that's going to happen. Work is work. We are all getting fucked one way or another. Yeah, if they pay taxes, then why not? Should we give adequate protection and help everyone who is already in it voluntarily? Yes. Rescue the involuntary ones and help them start a new life. IDKY, but I'm not so big on encouraging people to take up sex work. Maybe it's just me. Many have laid counter-arguments about how in many other ventures we sell our body but not just for sex. I just can't get my mind to accept someone voluntarily wanting to take up sex work. Can't respect it, but I can accept it. Well, not every job should be respected, but it should be treated as a regular job. In the name of taxes, protection laws and legality. In my opinion, yes. Who cares about people paying for sex? Society's view on these jobs aren't that important. It already is. At least here in the Netherlands. It is regulated, and because of that the sex workers have rights too. Compared to illegal work, it's a better situation for them. They also get a safer workspace, like the red light district, than without. Also, because it is a legal profession, they have to pay taxes. Can't force people to respect it, but sex work is work. If people want to sell their bodies and make a living, let them. Their body, their choice. I mean, respected could mean a lot of things. It shouldn't be illegal. For one, all that does is make it harder for those who are being exploited to find help. And that's my only real concern. If any legal man or woman just wants to trade their sexual services for money, by all means help yourself. But what's not okay is how often those in sexual industries are not there of their own free will. Honestly, no. I think the world we live in is too okay with sexualizing everything that we want to pretend. Fucking for money doesn't harm the mind. Porn actresses have come out speaking of the terrible things that go on behind the scenes, and no one cares. And that's from the well-known. Not even the girls trying to make some quick money. If it wasn't mostly drug addicts or previously abused people getting into it, then maybe. But we know majority of sex workers aren't this mystical, sex-free hippie we want to pretend they are. I would prefer people who want to get into the sex industry have another way of making money that won't destroy their sense of self. Do you respect the job of washing dishes? It shouldn't be anything. You can respect it or not, who cares? Who doesn't dream of their kid one day getting Eiffel Towered for the right price? I mean, politicians are. And I have more respect to sex workers. Counterpoint. Would you feel comfortable introducing an escort, camgirl, sex worker to your family for Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner? Yes. Because it's a job. It involves acting, emotional labor, and physical work. Making sex work legal makes it easier to stop sex trafficking. Right now, sex workers cannot rely on the police to keep them safe, because they are considered criminals. So if they go to the police when they are in danger, they are likely to be arrested. Therefore, many sex workers must rely on pimps to protect them. And pimps will often exploit or abuse them. And when there's no legal delineation between sex workers and sex slaves, it's harder to help the people who are being pimped out against their will. Making sex work legal will also make it easier to protect both sex workers and their clients from STIs. I would say it should be accepted but not necessarily respected. Like stripping. It's not illegal, but it's definitely an unsavory way to make a buck for a lot of people. At the same time, I feel like it's actually a little less exploitative in the sense that the customer is actually getting the thing they really ultimately want. Whereas with a stripper, they basically just turn you on like hell but don't actually do anything with you. Assuming the club operates completely legally. Let's face it, there are a lot of people out there who really have almost no shot of getting laid in the traditional way but might still be cursed with those urges. Like, you ever listened to Jim Jefferies talk about taking his friend with muscular dystrophy to a legal brothel in Australia? One of the most beautifully depraved humanitarian acts I've ever heard of. https www.youtube.com/watch v = xslwzxxeb8. Yes, it's a job.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.